We've been sold that you either gotta go big or go home with your habits. Chances are, if you haven't been consistent, it's because of that very reason why. You've tried to just go one time, just put all your chips on the table, go so big, but you end up going home. That's not the way to do it. So I make this video because I want myself and other men out there to not become that weak version of ourselves, bro. Ever again. Maybe you still are this weak version and you don't really like yourself. So that's why I'm making this video. 'Cause I know how bad it is to be this low. It's terrible. So the first step, you must get this belief out of your head. You have to go big or go home with habits. No, this isn't how I started. I always started my habits so small and tiny. I started just doing sit-ups every day, and that ended up me to working out consistently every day now. All I did was sit-ups. That's all I did. And I never worked out in my life before. I used to be a fucking bum, play video games for hours straight, watch porn every day, bro. That's all I did, sit-ups. Because we can't always rely on motivation and discipline. We can't. They're good things to have. Especially as a man, you want discipline. But we can't always rely on them. Sometimes things just have to be easy to do. That will just end up being better for us anyways. So a habit happens when we have motivation, ability, and something to actually go make us do this thing, a prompt. The first step is getting clear on what you want. What is your dream outcome? What is your goal? Basically brainstorm. You know how we in school, when we prepare to write a paragraph or some dumb shit, we literally had to brainstorm for ideas of what to write on. So in the circle, you can make a big circle. You put in your goal or your dream aspiration. Brainstorm things you can do. Habits that can just one-time habits or habits you could create right now. Do that right now. You have to make sure these habits will actually make you reach your goal. Once you have those habits down, right? Brainstorm those habits you could do to reach your goal. Look at all of them. Which one are actually high impact habits and low impact? Which ones will actually help you reach your goal? They will help you reach your goal. If you want to lose weight, you want to exercise more or whatever, eat better. And put a star on those habits. Once you've done all that, make sure you do that. This is really important if you want to get consistent with habits and change your identity as a person, because that's the most important thing. So once you've done that, now ask yourself, which habits could I get myself to actually do, and circle them. Let's say you're trying to lose weight and one of the habits is doing like a HIIT workout, and you think about it like, I don't know about that. Yeah, you probably shouldn't do it then, bro. Because at the start, it's really important that we just do whatever possible, whatever is easy to do, and whatever will actually help us so we can rewire our brain and change our identity. So the habits with a circle and a star are the habits you will do to reach your goal. So just to review for you, what is your goal? What is your outcome? What do you want to achieve? What behaviors will help you achieve that? Are they high impact and are they easy to do? So it's really important that whatever habit we want to start doing, it's fucking tiny as fuck. That way we don't need any motivation, no nothing, bro. When something's repeated, it's easier to do again and again, right? And that way you're going to be able to progress easier compared to just going all out and beating yourself up. If you're still finding that it's kind of hard, or you're like questioning if you actually do this behavior, ask yourself, what is making it hard to do? Is it time? Is it money? Is it amount of effort I gotta put in? Is it because I'm fit of my routine? So there's two ways we can actually make a habit easier to do. One is called a starter step. You want to start to go running out miles and miles. Literally, what you could do is just put your shoes on, bro. It doesn't even matter. Make the habit so tiny. It's impossible not to do it every single day. The second way is we actually can scale back. So if you want to go outside, run miles or whatever, all you can do is just walk outside for a couple of seconds and done. That's your habit. That's done for the day. That's all you have to do. Or if you're someone that hasn't been able to get into reading yet, bro, all you can do is just pick up your book, put it on your bed, put it back, bro. Just open the book up, but don't read any pages. It's important you start so tiny, man. Or just read one paragraph. That's it. Now we're done all that. Got your habits. You got the tiny, really tiny habit. Now we have to actually give you something that will make you do this habit. And there's a reason why whenever we see a notification, we click it, right? That's our prompt. That's what made us actually do that stupid ass habit, clicking it, and then we check social media or whatever. That's the prompt. 9 times out of 10, if you didn't get a notification, you're not gonna go check it at that time, right? So follow the prompt most of the time. There's literally no habit, no behavior, bro. So this step is really important. A lot of times our prompts are absolutely shit. The best prompt we want to actually do is something called an action prompt. So look at your routine. Where's the best place you can actually put in this new habit that will just make it automatic? Haven't you realized that that's how habits are formed most of the time? Maybe as soon as you brush your teeth, you shower. Brushing your teeth is the prompt for you to go shower. Maybe after you shower, you put deodorant, right? That's your prompt. Or after you dry yourself, that's prompting you to do the habit. So after I blank is something you already do, I will do this new habit. And you can experiment with this, figure out where it works best, where you see you're the most consistent with this habit. It could be anything. Keep trying, don't give up on it, bro. And as a part of that, this thing that's prompted you to do this new behavior is something that happens reliably. It's not like one time. It happens every day, bro. For example, what I do is after I do some breathing, I will take a cold shower. After I take a cold shower, I'll go outside. And this is not that good. Yours could be better than this. I'm more of a disciplined guy. After I make my bed, I will. After I tie my shoes, I will. After I put deodorant, I will, bro. After I finish eating, I will. After I use the bathroom, I will. This literally happens in our day-to-day lives. We don't realize it. This is what makes our lives pretty much. We do things after things for the most part, right? After my head hits the pillow, I will. One habit I do after my head hits the pillow, I like to just think of 3 things I've been grateful for. Or I just start doing some mindfulness meditation. That is the anchor, the thing that makes you do this habit you want to start doing. Somewhat similar physical location. So if your new habit is you want to start cleaning your room, what existing habit that you already do in your room? And then you want to decide how many times a day you actually want to do this habit. It's really important you get all these logistics out of the way. And the best anchors, the things that actually make it to your habits, will have the same theme and purpose as them. So maybe even think about, after I take a shit, I'll meditate. It could work for you, but it doesn't really match. The purpose and theme doesn't match. Same with the physical location. It's kind of weird. It could work though. That the best way is they should have similar purpose and theme and physical location. After I wash my dish, I will wipe the counter. Maybe after I take a shit, I can do 2 wall push-ups. It doesn't matter really. Anything that works for you is what matters at the end of the day. If you haven't been able to find a really good prompt yet, maybe this is what you're missing. Something called the trailing edge. Right? Instead of saying after I take a shit, I'll do 2 wall push-ups. After I flush the toilet, I will do 2 wall push-ups. Or instead of after I wash my dish, after I turn off the tap, I will clean the counter. Once I put my backpack in my room, once I've gotten home from school or whatever, I will do this thing instead of saying after I get home from school. After I put my backpack down. Prompts don't always have to be good things too. It could be after something quite negative. Maybe if someone says something bad to you, after I get insulted or whatever, I will think of one good thing for myself. Usually when we get insulted, that just fucks up our head. So how about instead of just doing nothing about it and beating ourselves up, we actually say something good about ourselves, and that itself can become a good habit. The last step in building good, consistent habits is probably one of the most important ones, and it's really silly. But it's as simple as celebrating, no matter how small it is. Maybe you just did one wall push-up. Be proud of yourself, bro. Do a celebration that makes you feel nice, or say some really affirming words to yourself. I always do this, and I truly believe this is the crucial reason why I'm so fucking consistent. No matter what I do, I praise myself, man. Because when you use the right celebration, the right words to give yourself appreciation and whatever, you're rewiring your brain. Your brain is going to encode these behaviors you just did now. So it's going to become more natural. You're not going to need as much motivation and discipline to do them, bro. Because now that we're celebrating, it's going to be dopamine released in our brain, which is this thing that it's all about motivation. So you're going to be more likely to do this thing because you're getting motivation to actually do it, bro. Celebrate while you're doing your habit or right after it. Or you're not going to get the dopamine release and all this rewiring your brain. Positive affirming words to yourself, or do some celebration, something that you actually like and it makes you feel good. You watch sports and your favorite team had just won. What celebration would you actually do? If you're finding it hard to celebrate and you think it's cringe, you think it's fucking pussy, you think it's feminine, it's not. You probably still have this stupid brainwashing and stupid belief that you have to go big, go home, telling you, this is not how I became consistent. I literally told you all I did was just sit-ups when I started working out, which isn't even that small, but it's pretty insignificant. I remember when I tried to meditate for 5 minutes a day at the beginning, I ended up missing multiple months in a row. Well, because I went big and but what happened? I ended up going home. So stop believing that you had to go big or you go home. It's not the case at all. Now I've worked up to 20 minutes of meditation. Something I love to do. Over time, it's become something I love to do, and it's become easy. You know, if someone you love did something good, you be proud of them. You know, no matter how small it is, especially if they're struggling, doing you good shit. You be proud of them, bro. So be proud of yourself, man. So you actually want to celebrate 3 times or give yourself positive affirming words. When you remember to do the habit, when you're in the middle of it, and right after it. I could give you more tips, but I believe this is more than enough for you. These tips that I've given you have helped me a lot, especially the prompt and celebrating. Only we can see the light.